Now guys, there is a lot of NBA news that I'll be covering today, but the biggest headline is Kyrie Irving joining the Los Angeles Lakers to pair up with Anthony Davis and LeBron James because he said he always wanted to play with AD. Now before I get any further into this video, make sure that you guys like and subscribe for more information on the best of the best NBA players around the league. Now guys, the AD trade saga continues, and it's almost as if this is like Game of Thrones. I mean, so many power shifts and power dynamics have changed in the NBA in the past day, and a huge one is about to change on June 30th when Kyrie Irving chooses to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers. But for the first story of today, let's talk about LAVAR Ball and Lonzo Ball, because LAVAR Ball recently had his reaction to Lonzo Ball being traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, and it was interesting to say the least. I mean, last night LAVAR Ball outright said that the Los Angeles Lakers would never win a championship without Lonzo Ball, and at least it was a sinking ship that Lonzo Ball got to get off before it exploded. Now on this end, LAVAR Ball just seems pretty salty due to the fact that his son's just been traded from the Los Angeles Lakers, the team that he fought so hard for his son to be drafted to in the first place. So I understand why LAVAR Ball feels the way that he does, and he feels like the Lakers are a sinking ship, but I'm sorry to break it to you, LAVAR. The Lakers have nowhere to go but up from here. I mean, last season they didn't even make the playoffs, so if they make the playoffs, that'll be seen as an achievement. When they go further into the playoffs with Anthony Davis, LeBron, and possibly a Kyrie Irving, that will be seen as an achievement. So it's not as if the Lakers can go downwards and miss the playoffs and end up being 12th seed this year. That just won't happen. And although LAVAR can call it a sinking ship and say they'll never win without his son, and although I do see potential in Lonzo Ball, this is a part of the reason why they wanted to get rid of Lonzo, because LAVAR Ball has this father figure mentality not only over Lonzo but over the entire foundation, as if he owns the Lakers organization and he can say anything he wants to. And the fact of the matter is that I'm sorry, is not true. Now for the next story of today, which is also tagged towards the headline, Kemba Walker has told his inner circle that he does not want to live in LA, and he has strong signs of staying in Charlotte. I mean, I reported this to you guys a few days ago, but some more news has came out that inside of Kemba Walker's circle, they do not want to go to the Los Angeles Lakers and LA specifically, not even the Clippers. Because frankly, Kemba Walker has said that he feels good where he's at, even though he hasn't been making playoff runs or going deep into the playoffs or even making the NBA playoffs. Kemba Walker feels as if he can improve with this team and they can go further if they just show growth. And it seems as if as of now, Kemba Walker does not want to hop on the Lakers hype train, and I'm not really sure why, because Kemba Walker can instantly be seen as one of those Kyrie Irving type figures and seen as a scorer inside of the locker room, both on and off the court. So a pairing of him, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis I feel would be great for his career, but if he wants to stay in Charlotte, I 100% respect the decision. And now for the headline of today that you all have been waiting for. Yes, a report has just came out 2 hours ago that Kyrie Irving still wants to play with Anthony Davis, and he reportedly said he's wanted to play with Anthony Davis all season long. And the fact that Anthony Davis has been rumored to be going to the Lakers all season long, one might assume that Kyrie Irving has wanted to play for the Lakers all season long. Now a story came out yesterday that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant met in New York and they were talking about free agency, but that was prior to the Los Angeles Lakers making this Anthony Davis trade. So who knows, Kyrie Irving's complete mentality could have been flipped upside down, and it's surprising, extremely surprising and interesting, the fact that Kyrie Irving suddenly has wanted to play with Anthony Davis all season long right after the Los Angeles Lakers trade for him, and this story is released at this moment in time. So one might assume that this was released by Kyrie Irving's camp just to push the factor that Kyrie Irving still isn't 100% guaranteed towards the Nets, and he himself has said this. Now what I'm trying to let you guys know is that as a result of the Anthony Davis deal to the Los Angeles Lakers, they have a max salary spot, and the Lakers have often said that they're pursuing both Kemba Walker and Kyrie Irving in an aggressive fashion in order to get them to join the Los Angeles Lakers and truly have a big three out in LA. Now, as of now, if the Lakers want this spot, Anthony Davis would have to waive his $4.7 million trade bonus in order for the Los Angeles Lakers to have enough money to sign either a Kyrie Irving or possibly a Kemba Walker if he were to change his mind and say, hey, maybe I do want to join this dynasty. Now, as I told you guys in previous videos, this is not the end. The Los Angeles Lakers are going after more free agents, and they've just turned around their franchise all in one move. I mean, once you trade for Anthony Davis and you get a pairing of LBJ and Anthony Davis on the same team, you instantly become a contender for both the NBA championship but free agents. I'm sorry, but when the LA Lakers start talking about adding a Kyrie Irving or even a Kemba Walker, they're automatically thrown into the upper echelon of teams in the NBA, and we're automatically talking about a dynasty, not only one championship, but many are talking about the expectations of a three-peat, because the fact that you have a young Kyrie Irving, a young Anthony Davis, and although you may have a LeBron James who's falling out of his prime, still a LeBron James who averaged 27, 8, and 8 last season. I'm sorry, but I don't know many NBA teams with that kind of star power. And then we start talking about things like too much star power. Like, what is too much star power for the LA Lakers? Because we've seen Golden State stack the deck and have multiple stars, but they lose depth. So what should the Lakers go after? Should they go after more depth with their bench and just keep Anthony Davis and LeBron James as the core? Or do they go after Kyrie Irving by all means necessary? And my biggest concern with this team is who's the third option? I mean, in Cleveland, it was Kevin Love. With Miami, it was Chris Bosh, and somebody always had to be put on the back burner. But since LeBron is fading towards the end of his prime, is he the third option? Is he the second option? Will Kyrie Irving be the third option? Because it's usually a big man, so one would assume that it would be Anthony Davis, but Anthony Davis is the one that they were fighting so hard to get. Now, the fact of the matter is that this brings up a different discussion, and that's that if the Boston Celtics knew that Kyrie Irving wanted to play with Anthony Davis so bad, I don't care what it took. You trade anybody to get Anthony Davis on that team, so that way you can keep Kyrie Irving and have a pairing of two young stars on the Celtics. And I understand the Celtics point of view because there was only one player that they were reluctant to trade, and that was Jason Tatum. And believe me, I see the potential in Jason Tatum. This kid could be a superstar, not an all-star, a superstar. And people try to say Jason Tatum had a bad season, averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. This kid is in his second NBA season. And don't get me wrong, a pairing of Kyrie Irving and Jason Tatum was stifling his growth, so you had to trade one or the other or give up one or the other. And the choice that the Celtics made was to build around their young core and continue growing with who they have as of now, as opposed to trading for Anthony Davis and pairing up Kyrie Irving and AD. Now, as I elaborate on this point, hopefully the Lakers have full max cap space to sign another large free agent or another superstar in free agency, but if they don't, somebody is going to have to take pay cuts, and it won't be LeBron James because his contract is secured. It will either be Kyrie Irving or Anthony Davis, and if Anthony Davis accepts his trade bonus, it will definitely be Kyrie Irving. And for the next headline of today, the exact picks that the Lakers gave up was just released by the Sports Herald, and I must say that the Lakers did trade away their future. But if Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, and LeBron James are supposed to be their future, I do not mind what they have. Because if you're trying to win now, I 100% understand it. But here are the picks. The 2021 pick goes to New Orleans if it's in the top 8. If not, they'll get an unprotected first pick in 2022. Or they can swap in 2023. They also get an unprotected first pick in 2024 with a right to defer to 2025. I mean, realistically, the Pelicans could take 4 to 5 years worth of picks from the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Lakers are basically banking their livelihood on the fact that LeBron James and Anthony Davis win them a championship now, and they somewhat become the Warriors of the league and they just sign free agents that are great. Because as of now, just know the Lakers will not be building in the draft in any way, shape, or form. And there's also been an idea around the NBA that LeBron James could one day play with his son, and I feel like that idea just went out the window with the Lakers giving away all these picks. Because the fact of the matter is that unless Bronny is a top 9, top 10, top 12 pick, It won't happen, because if Bronny is anywhere within the top 8 or is even a lottery pick, he will not be going to the Los Angeles Lakers because they have given away those rights. Now, there is a chance that Bronny could play against LeBron James if Bronny does make it to the NBA, because this is something that LAVAR Ball was talking about, that LeBron James wants a chance to play with his son in the NBA and be the only father-son duo to have ever existed. And he would also be the only father to play against their son in the NBA. So LeBron James could be making history on both fronts, but I know a lot of fans of LeBron were upset because they wanted to see Bronny playing with LeBron some way, somehow, but I feel like it won't happen. Hopefully LeBron James does find some way to incorporate his son in the future, because that would be an amazing feat for the NBA in general. Let me know what you guys think about all that the Lakers have given away, and what do you think the Lakers' future is looking like with a combination of Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James? And lastly, what do you guys think about Kemba Walker or Kyrie Irving? Who do you think would be a perfect fit for the Lakers? And do you think Kyrie Irving or Kemba Walker are going to be on the back burner of that big three? Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I am out.